let's talk about Guerrilla Games' Horizon Zero Dawn. I feel like every time they showed this game, I'm more and more impressed by it. Alexa, what did you think?
I'm really like that you can hack the creatures now,
Yeah.
and, like sort of use them.
Make a mount.
We got a little bit more of the story, I think. She was talking about corrupted and like machines being older and like not knowing where it came from. And I'm really into, like you said earlier, I'm really into the idea of a different post-apocalypse where like machinery and that kind of stuff still exists and it has overrun us.
Also, there's a
And I think
rabbit,
this was-
so there are animals.
Yes.
Which is good.
There are real animals.
Important that there are still animals. Yes, you are hacking robot animals to make mounts, and also just straight up like stealing components out of these dumb dumpster truck robots. Peter, what did you think of Horizon Zero Dawn?
When it comes to stealing components, that was the thing they showed last year, and I really like that concept. But one thing that has me worried about this game is the fact that it seems to be relying so heavily on the juxtaposition of two very different eras. And I don't want that to be the thing that is supposed to make this game interesting, because like for me, just that alone doesn't do it.
Right.
I need to know how these characters are interacting, what role they play, and all of that. The action looks great. You know, like I could see that being fun and interesting and challenging, and certainly dynamic in a lot of interesting ways. But in terms of the world, I'm just not sold yet.
Right. One of the things I was very impressed by, and they did sort of show it last year with that big T-Rex style fight, was the boss fights and how you need to sort of actually use some smarts to overcome them, right? Zorine, what did you think about the fight in this one? She was kind of like using flame arrows and then you know, planting traps and stuff.
I really like how they gave you options so you could tackle a battle in whatever like strategic way you wanted, right? Like shooting like the ropes to tie the thing down.
Right.
You know, that was one way to limit the movement of the monster. And I just thought it was a really cool way of them like explaining how to do certain things in the world, right? So for example, like taming that beast to ride it.
Right.
Like some games have, you know, you get to tame horses, you get to tame this, you get to have mounts. Their way was, you know, you're taking over a robotic mind and like it becomes your friendly mount. And I thought that was like a really cool way to approach a mechanic that we've seen before, but in a very different way.
I love the fact that you could then, you know, use that within the boss fight as well. It wasn't as if they're saying, okay, here we are, boss fight, let's go. Like, this does feel like, it feels like they're trying to make an open world game with all of these different systems that interact with each other, which you could argue they never did with Killzone. Killzone was a straight up first person shooter. You know, there wasn't much in the way of, you know, dynamic gameplay or emerging gameplay happening or anything like that. But there seems to be like little bits of that where they're at least like giving you the sort of sandbox and saying this is how it works.
It's got crafting, so it has to be open world.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm serious. Like I don't think you can have a game with crafting that's not
Open world,
right?
Looks pretty as well.
Man, that rope gun.
Look at
Her
that.
hair looks awesome. I'm just
Yeah, the
looks like
hair
it's
physics
underwater
is
all the
actually really
time.
noticeable during that fight,
Yeah.
that boss fight.
Hack
the
that
red
robot
with the
thing.
blonde tips. Totally into it.
Yeah, look at that. She's USB in that jerk's head. All right, that's Horizon Zero Dawn. Very exciting. I feel like
Amazing.
people are still super hyped about that. When is this actually coming out? This is one of the ones I did
February
not think
28th, 2017.
Very good. My God. Perfect, huh? Perfectly done. Okay, just 2 weeks after Valentine's Day.
Whew.
There you go.